So this is going to be a bit of a different video today. I'm a business owner and a barber, and I'm just going to walk you through a skin fade and beard trim. And this service took about 40 minutes to transform my client from this to this. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And I'll talk you through the process now. So obviously, first of all, make sure you know what the client wants. Ask detailed questions, what they like, what they don't like about the hair. I like to cut the top first, as it's the primary shape and it's the structure of the hair. When I do the fade, I like to take my 2-guard and blend it into the hair on top. So I like to cut the top first. I separate the side panels from the top by combing the hair forward. So as you can see, a natural growth pattern appears. I place my finger where that gap appears and I comb down. Do this to both sides and it'll create a horseshoe shape. So I create a diagonal section towards the beard, pull it out from the roots. I keep my fingers tight to the head as I'm pulling out with my knuckles, which creates a triangular shape, which is graduation, going from shorter to longer. The next section will go about 1 to 2 finger lengths above the previous section, and this is where you can play with the shape a bit and the weight. Keeping the fingertips tight to the head, if you pull down, you're creating more weight. If you lift the hair slightly, you're removing some of the weight to allow a bit more fluidity in there. When it comes to connecting to the back of the head, my client has a growth pattern that changes. So towards the crown, the hair starts to flow down, not through the sides. So I create a section, and now I'm reversing what I did with the side panels. I'm putting my knuckles close to the head now and lifting out with my fingers. This continues the graduation into the back, whilst also connecting it to the side panels. You do that all the way through, now you get into the top. So when it comes to the top, there's many different ways to cut it. So in this video, I'm doing a very shot-friendly cut. It's quick and efficient. So create a section down the middle, pull the hair all the way to the side panels. You can lift it up slightly if you don't want to create too much weight, or if your client wants a bit more length and a bit more weight, then you can pull it slightly more down. But when you pull it across, you can lift the hair up slightly and see a guideline beneath. As you can see, the top is now connected to the side panels and is flowing pretty nicely. With my client here, he builds a lot of weight in this crown area, so I like to pull the hair straight out from the roots to create a circular shape, just to remove some weight, and I point cut to add some texture through that crown. As I get to the top, I go more squared, but I point cut the whole way through. So all of those steps have led to this. Now take a section across the head, lift the hair up, and you'll see 2 sections now. You'll see one from the middle, and you'll see one from the side panels. Keep moving your way down the head and continue this process. After this process, you can cross-check to see if there's any hairs that you didn't pick up. Point cutting is also a very time efficient technique because it allows me to texture the hair whilst removing the length as well. Put some sea salt spray in the top and we dry the hair off. So my client wants a mid-skin fade, and I like to drop my fades down a little bit to complement the head shape. And with every haircut, the head shape's different, so try and make the fade complement the head shape. I personally do a descending fade. It's just worked better for me over the last 4 years. So I take a 2-guard first, blend the 2-guard into the side panels. Then I take the 1-guard open and flick out, and I sort of just use my eye to fade. And one thing that I struggled with when I started was if I saw a weight line, I'd try and remove it straight away. I'd recommend not to, and I'll just move down the guard. So I go to 0.5, play with the corners, and then go down to 0, do some detailing work, because sometimes that 0.5 will remove that weight line that you would have spent 15 minutes trying to remove, and you might have just pushed the fade higher and higher and higher. I always say to people, sometimes the imperfection in the fade is actually what makes the fade perfect. So just trust the process, keep on moving down the guards, and any detailing work do after the fade. A natural C-cup is always important, never push the hairline back. And one little tip for the people on Instagram, get one of these pencils, I'll put it in the link in the description. People like Sam Rascal use them all the time, and it just makes your fades pop. Then I get the foils in there and just flick out to make the fade pop even more. And now we're on to the beard. So my client wants to slim his face, so I'm taking a 2-guard down and I'm just creating the shape with that 2-guard, and then I'm just going to do a light toucher around the chin. And with every beard liner, it's not one rule suits all. Look at the natural growth patterns in your client's hair. Use your barbering eye to see where you think it should naturally line up. But the usual rule is about 2 finger lengths above the Adam's apple. So with the cheek liner, you want to lightly tap that beard line. Create a straight line from the natural growth pattern of your client's beard. Cut one straight line all the way to the temple whilst pulling up with the other hand on the cheek. This creates some tension and will hopefully not cut your client. And then when you let go, it will create that nice natural looking rounded shape with the cheek. Don't try and create the curvature yourself. You will always fail and you'll just push the line down. Now to style in the hair, you can use whatever product you want. I chose powder. Mess it all in, style it the way you want. This is one of my regulars. I completed this haircut in about 40 minutes, but these are the techniques that I use every single day in, day out, to cut about 15 haircuts a day. If you're going to shows or you're doing some creative haircuts for YouTube or Instagram, other techniques you might want to use, but I find that these ones are the most time efficient and easiest to use every haircut. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments if you want any more like this. This is my first ever haircut and tutorial. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I post a lot of barber content on my Instagram, TikTok. They'll all be linked below. Thank you guys for watching and see you later.